Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now let's look at our first question. First question is, organisms which prepare food for themselves using simple, naturally available raw materials are referred to as, so we know that these are the plants that we're talking about, and these are known as autotrophs. The life process that provides energy is known as nutrition. So we know that nutrition is a very important life process which provides us with energy to do different work. Apart from that, it provides us with nutrients which help us in growth and repair of our body. Why do organisms take food? So food is required to perform day-to-day functions, so we need energy, right? So to obtain energy, to attain growth, right? So we need to grow, and for repair of the body. When we talk about repair, basically when we are talking about fighting diseases, right? So in this way we see that how the food is a basic necessity and why is it important. Wild animals like tiger, wolf, lion and leopard do not eat plants. Does this mean that they can survive without plants? Can you provide us a suitable explanation? So the answer to this question is no. We know that plants are the very important part of our whole ecosystem. Animals like tiger, wolf, lion definitely do not eat plants, but they eat the animals that eat these plants, right? So they are indirectly dependent on the plants. So suppose there is a deer, right? We know deer is a herbivorous animal, that means it consumes plant, and we know that lion consumes deer. So deer is directly dependent on the plant, whereas lion is indirectly dependent on the plant. That is why it is important for us that plants should remain an important part of our ecosystem, right? So in this way we see that how all the animals are directly or indirectly dependent on the plants to obtain the nutrition and to survive. In this way, students, we talked about the modes of nutrition, that is the autotrophic and heterotrophic mode. In coming sessions, we are going to talk about these modes in a little more detail. I hope you were able to understand these modes and the meaning of it. For this particular question, that is, how would you test the presence of starch in leaves? In this, we are going to test that whether or not leaves contain starch. This experiment is to prove that leaves are actually the kitchen of the plant, right? So what happens is that first you need to take a test tube, right? And a test tube, right? Fill it with spirit. Fill with spirit. And then what you need to do is immerse a leaf in it, right? You need to keep the leaf so that it's completely immersed in the spirit. Now what is the next step? Next step, what you're going to do is you're going to test tube in a beaker that is filled with water, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to boil the water in the beaker. Because of this, what will happen that the spirit in the test tube will also get warm, and it will also start heating up in the beaker, right? And then what will happen that once it is done, right, once you boil the water, and then what will happen, the leaf will leave its the color that it has, that is the chlorophyll, will leave it, right? So you will not be able to see the leaf as green, right? Now next what you need to do is you need to take out the leaf, and then what you need to do that you need to wash it, right? So after this, wash the leaf, and you will observe that the leaf doesn't have green color anymore. Next step is to pour iodine solution, right? So 1 or 2 drops of iodine solution need to be put in that leaf. Next what will happen is that the leaf will turn blue-black in color, right, indicating the presence of starch, right? So in this way this is the activity, this is the experiment which will help us in testing the presence of starch in leaves. Now let's move on and look at the second question. Give a brief description of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. So basically the process is photosynthesis, right? And in this process, the green plants, that is the plants containing chlorophyll, they convert the carbon dioxide and water into the carbohydrates with the help of, or in the presence of, the sunlight, right? So in this way, the photosynthesis is the process where the food is made in the green plants, right? So green plants actually contain chlorophyll, which help in capturing the sunlight, and this energy, right, this sun's energy is used to convert carbon dioxide and water, these are the raw materials, into carbohydrate, oxygen, and a little amount of water vapor, right? So this is the process through which the food is synthesized in the green plants. Now let's fill in the blanks. Green plants are called dash since they synthesize their own food. So because they synthesize their own food, these are called as the autotrophs, right? The food synthesized by plant is stored as carbohydrate, right? In photosynthesis, solar energy is absorbed by the pigment called chlorophyll. This is the pigment which provides green color to the plant. During photosynthesis, plants take in dash and release dash gas. So they take in carbon dioxide gas and release oxygen gas. So this is again how the photosynthesis works and why is it important for us. Which part of the plant takes in carbon dioxide from air for photosynthesis? So for this particular purpose, stomata is the part of the plant which is present on the lower side of the leaf, and this stomata is a simple opening that is guarded by guard cells, and with the help of this stomata the exchange of gases takes place. In the absence of which of the following will photosynthesis not occur in leaves? So we know that in the absence of chlorophyll, the photosynthesis will not occur because this is the pigment which helps in capturing the sunlight. When we observe the lower surface of the leaf through a magnifying glass, we see numerous small openings. Which of the following is the term given to such openings? So the term that is given to such openings is stomata. Which of the following raw material is available in the air for photosynthesis? So we know that the plants actually take in carbon dioxide from the air for the process of photosynthesis. A goat eats away all the leaves of small plant balsam. However, in few days, new leaves could be seen sprouting in plant again. How did the plant survive without the leaves? So in the small plant, that is plants like balsam, the stem is also green. So photosynthesis actually occurred inside the in the green stem of the plant, right? And because of this reason, the plant was able to survive because the stem was doing the photosynthesis process. Potato, ginger are both underground parts that stored food. Where is the food prepared in these plants? So we see that potato and ginger, the food that is prepared by these plants are stored. So where is it? Where is the food prepared? It is prepared in the green leaves of the plant, right? And from here the starch goes to potato and ginger and gets stored. So in this way, students, we saw that how does photosynthesis takes place. When we are saying that plant have an autotrophic mode of nutrition, so we saw that how exactly the plants have the autotrophic mode and how these plants play a very important role in sustaining the life on Earth. I hope you were able to understand this topic clearly.